Hi, I'm Jared.
And I'm Ash.
Today we went to the movies.
Today we saw Joker Folie, Deux. It is the follow-up to the Joker movie that Joaquin Phoenix put out a few years back. It takes place right after the events of the first movie. But it's a court drama / musical, and Lady Gaga is there. And it was a movie.
Yeah, it was definitely something that a lot of people had some actors and actresses stand in front of cameras. That's what a movie is.
So, it starts... I'm sorry.
No, continue.
Okay, it starts out with Joaquin Phoenix's character, Arthur Fleck, being in Arkham Asylum. And he's about to, have his court case. He's, talking to his, lawyers and stuff. And then he meets Lady Gaga there. And, she's, obsessed with him. But she tells him a bunch of stuff that's not necessarily true. And then they break into song. And then he's going to court. And then they're in love. And then they're not in love anymore because he starts, second guessing if he wants to be the Joker. And she, acts like she's going to kill herself. But then she doesn't. And then there's an explosion. And then he gets out of jail. Or he gets out of court. And then he goes back into jail. And then he gets stabbed at the end after Lady Gaga breaks up with him.
Yeah. Real quick, spoiler alert. I do.
Oops.
Yeah. Oops. Yeah. That was all of it. That was all of it.
And there was some vanilla 70s songs peppered in there that added really nothing to the film.
Yeah. Yep. That's all of it. Well, you guys have a great night. We went to the movies. See ya. No, but Brendan Gleeson was there. Mad-Eye fucking Moody himself.
Oh, that's who Brendan Gleeson is?
Yeah, dude.
You kept saying Brendan Gleeson and
Moody. This Moody. It's a fucking.
We just saw the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also of Gangs of New York fame from fucking a million years ago. Scorsese picture. That's really great. He played Jackie Sullivan as a prison guard. This is director Todd Phillips. One of his films. He did The Hangover, War Dogs, Old School. Bunch of it's a weird assortment of stuff.
It's usually about a real different direction.
Yeah.
With this.
Those movies are pretty fun. Excellent pictures, absolutely not, but just great times. Yeah, it was certainly a movie. For pros, let's just go to the things that we did like. I'll start. Gaga was there. She said, I'd like, yeah.
Yeah, she certainly was.
Big Gaga stand over here. I appreciate that. What else you got?
It's set up for a real Joker movie.
Yeah, so I had something like that too. They okay.
I have a little asterisk here. Maybe the next one won't be such a downer.
Yeah, I think it's strange because I think the ending kind of put it together, which sucks. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It kind of restored confidence in the thing, but it took the runtime is 2 hours and 19 minutes.
I think if they shaved the music down, it would have been an hour and 20 minutes.
Yeah, and when that's definitely true. And when 2 hours and 14 minutes of it is just a endless barrage that just of these are the pros of these things. The ending was so great that it resyncs up the timeline in
some sort of Batman universe that actually makes sense because at this point Bruce Wayne is still a little kid, right?
Yeah.
And the Joker is probably supposed to be a little older than him, not a full-grown middle-aged man when Bruce Wayne is a little kid.
Right. I'll tell you this though, it would have been really cool if they'd have showed it on the news in all the TVs that they were watching. If Daddy Bruce Wayne is dead. I don't remember his fucking name, but what's Bruce Wayne's father's name? I'm sure they brought it up a million times, but that's
Bruce.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah.
Jim, George Wayne.
It was something like that.
Wayne.
Jim. If they'd have had that on the news, because that's how he died was the.
I know that his mother's name is Martha for sure.
Nice. That kind of revolution in the first one where they showed the dude going into an alley.
Uh-huh.
It would have been cool if they'd have been it's been a year since the lethal execution of the Waynes in an alley with the whole.
Oh yeah, the robbery gone bad.
Yeah, that would have been cool if that was like in the news, like at
Or
all.
if they ever retrieved all of her fallen pearls.
Yeah, right. That would have been really cool. All right, so I think I guess Brendan Gleeson. It's always really great to see. He's always so wonderful. Joaquin did his job. He was definitely like manic and depressed and alone, and I feel like that's good. That's what they were going for, right?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like Joaquin Phoenix got the opportunity to show off a lot in this movie.
That's true. You get to flex a little.
Yeah, he can act.
I mean, we knew that though. We knew him. The guy's great. So
I saw Gladiator.
What?
He was in Gladiator.
Really?
Yeah, he was a smarmy like.
Oh, yes, of course he was in he was like the emperor. He was like the guy.
Yeah. Like,
Of course he was. Doofus, strong doofus here. Great. So, let's talk about cons.
you knew that I only had one. You only knew that I had one pro.
I saw it.
My single pro. Yeah, so cons, I'll go first. It was boring. You couldn't, you can't even tell that it's a movie based on a DC comic. It just was kind of, it dragged, and then, these, songs are, shoehorned in, but they're, not entertaining songs. If, I feel I heard that this was going to be a musical. I was like, cool, this is going to be, a really interesting, fun, entertaining movie, right? Because they got Gaga in it, you're like, oh, well, the music's going to be good. The music wasn't good.
Yeah.
It was watching, the most, boring, just dead fish musical.
Yeah, I definitely agree.
Why even make it a musical if you're not even going to try to make it fun?
Yeah, it was pretty low effort. I'm definitely with you there.
Yeah.
I feel but they had to kind of dumb it down, because it's fucking Lady Gaga, dude. I wouldn't try either. I'd be like, nah.
Well, I mean, she did some singing.
But she had to dumb her voice down to match everyone else, and I feel for the most part, all the singing was in their minds anyway. It was a fantasy representation of how they were feeling.
Exactly. Everything is supposed to be in their mind, right?
So why not?
Why wouldn't it be the most fantastical, interesting songs at least? Imagination,
Go nuts, dude.
I don't know, a smoky, sound stage is where their imaginations go. It's.
Yeah, I totally agree. That first number, right? I Have Someone, right? That one. I was expecting the ladies to dudes to break out in high kicks, or them to just
fanfare,
start guaring each other, and they were tap dancing in the blood rain. Anything weird and fantastical and out there. That's kind of that's kind of where I was expecting.
Right. Same.
And it just it never played out that way.
Every opportunity to make the music interesting, and they just never.
They just decided to not.
No.
For the benefit of realism, it just doesn't make any sense. It's supposed to be a fantasy. He doesn't sing. When he goes through the motion of the musical number, and he comes back, and he's he never went anywhere. He's just smoking. If it's just in his head, then why not go nuts?
If these actors don't have lesions on their lungs from all the fucking cigarettes that they smoked making this movie.
I smelled that movie.
It smelled like my grandma's house in the 90s.
Yeah, with ashtrays on the inside. It was awful. They were just chain smoking the whole time. What else you got?
Yeah, I said musicals should at least be entertaining. I that lumped that in with the first one. Gaga's character was super one-dimensional. She just kind of shows up. You know nothing about her, and she doesn't have much of a personality aside from just really liking the Joker a lot. Apparently she's a psychiatrist and she's super smart. You don't learn that you learn that from his lawyer. Trying to talk him, out of, being into Gaga. I don't know, man. Her character just like was there, but she offered nothing aside from just like looking like Lady Gaga.
Besides, like having a great voice and being Lady Gaga,
right?
Like,
She,
that's like
there was nothing brought to the film by it, even being her. Like she could have been any actress.
I'll also say this, that like, I don't mean to cut you off, I'm sorry, but like, I'll say this, that like maybe the Harley version that we see in like comics and stuff, because this is like before that, this was like beaten into her, like that sort of thing. Like it's like a transformational thing after being with this like next Joker for so long that she like needs to like paint herself white all the time and become like a psychotic motherfucker. Like,
so you think this Gaga is gonna end up with this next show?
oh yes,
Okay,
because like that's just a different person.
right,
It's not-
right,
it's
and
not the next
it's
Joker.
the actual person that she wants to be.
It's
with.
the Joker. That's who she wants to be with.
Right.
And yeah, she finds the
She's
Joker.
never in love with like the person.
No.
You find out.
Well, like, yeah. She's never in love with a person. She's
It's the idea.
the Joker.
Yeah.
Like, that's, yeah.
So yeah, okay, cool.
Yeah, so like maybe later on she, paints herself white and is a fucking crazy person.
Right.
Because like Harley Quinn is a psychiatrist. Like, she does that.
Yeah, that's that's historically who her character is.
Yeah.
Like they used her whole name and everything, so you know that like this Arthur Fleck might not be the Joker, but Gaga's character is Harley Quinn.
Yeah.
So neat. What's your next con?
I had like I have mixed feelings about like the prison, because I really enjoyed it, but then Jackie Sullivan, Brendan Gleeson's character, had mentioned it to him that he like tried to bring a little happiness into this place.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And I thought that was like really cool because it kind of explains how like, oh, you can tell us jokes and then give him cigarettes. This is prison guards. You walk into a prison guard, hey, can I have a cigarette? And they're like, yeah, sure. And like that kind of explains it. That's like a really good part of the movie that I liked.
Quick question. Did those cops rape him in the bathroom? Is that what happened?
I think they beat the shit out of him. I don't think that they did any,
His pants off.
because he's not allowed to wear them in prison.
Pants?
You have to wear like, it's a uniform. You have to wear like a prison uniform.
They like left his shirt on.
They ripped it. They took it off of him.
Well, when they were walking him back to his cell, didn't he still have like his shirt on?
I thought it was on your ruse.
Yeah, his ruse was from the waist down, but I think he had like his regular shirt on.
I'm not sure.
But yeah, I don't know. There's a scene where like the cops get mad at him because like during the
No
trial,
R-words.
huh?
No R-words.
Yeah, during the trial, he calls them fat or
Yeah.
something.
Fat, dumb.
Yeah, and they took that bad, and so they like were otherwise friendly with him in the beginning of the movie, but then they just like beat the absolute shit out of him, and then there's like this weird like point where they take his pants off, and then the scene ends, and you're just like,
Well, that's a horrible sounding.
yeah, it was
Exactly.
horrible to watch.
Yeah, the singing did suck. I saw that as well. The music sucked. But like, I feel like it's Lady Gaga, so you'd kind of just like,
Well, okay, so like they got Lady Gaga to play this character, right? So like, why were they making her sound like
she's normal, like a normal person.
yeah, like
Because
why
it's a
even-
character.
Why
Like,
even have her there? They could have got like any other blonde woman in there.
well, at the end, they needed to like do an actual musical number because it's like it felt like a fucking SNL skit. You know what I'm saying? Where like she was
Right.
doing the thing that she's good at. You know what I mean? Where they have like, what's the lady who sings who did the James Bond theme, Adele, where they had fucking Adele on there and she was just singing the whole time, like she had like no other skill set whatsoever. And honestly, I felt bad for that. But that's what I meant. It felt like an SNL skit where they just like had Lady Gaga do the thing,
Right.
do the, if you're good at fucking tap dancing, just tap dance. Like,
Yeah, she didn't even like really sing though.
but like that one number where he was just like,
Like
was
she's
so
like
goofy.
on the piano.
yeah.
Like
Yeah, it was so goofy and tired and exhausting and just, you know what the word is? Flaccid.
it was flat.
It felt flaccid. It felt lazy. And I guess, I don't know, I might just not get it. You got more cons?
No, man. Oh, I do. Oh man, the Joker character was just like sad and depressing. The whole movie was just, it ended to me like the first one did, where I just like felt bad for the guy. Like, I just felt bad for him.
I didn't.
Okay, well, like, I
didn't fucking feel bad for this literal clown.
I don't know. I liked the ending. I thought the last 10 minutes of that movie was excellent.
I definitely agree. Man, that ending, they really put it back together. They like fell off of a shelf, shattered into a million
Even
pieces.
the actor that they got to play like a real Joker, I was just like,
There we go.
that kid is going somewhere.
Yeah, okay. All right. Well, that sounds pretty good. What did you give it? Or nice. I dropped a 3 on it.
Oh, I feel like we're harder graders now. Like, we've seen like so many shitty movies recently that I'm just like, I'm not even gonna give out good ones.
I did have a Rotten Tomato score of a 33%, so we're right in the middle. Somewhere in there is right what everybody else thinks as well. Yeah. I didn't get it. I thought it was dumb as fuck. I didn't like the first one really either.
If they had just made the music good, like if they had just like the idea, like on paper, like let's do a second Joker movie, but we'll have Lady Gaga in it. We're gonna make it a musical, right? And we're just gonna make the music awesome. Like, for as shitty as the movie itself was, if the music had been absolutely banging, it would have been a better film to me.
I totally agree.
If the music was good, and if like the musical numbers were like Chicago, like make it campy, like
even
lean in.
Sweeney Todd,
Yeah,
like,
man.
like accelerated stuff and like made it weird when
Interesting.
Yeah, I fucking love Sweeney Todd.
Like the most interesting shit they did was like made their collective imaginations like a variety show from the 70s, but like not
even that. It lasted like 10 seconds, and Lady Gaga shoots him in the fucking stomach, which I didn't hate, but
it was.
Yeah,
they had the opportunity. Like on paper, it was such a cool idea. The execution was absolute dog shit.
I definitely agree. Yeah,
it was just so boring. Ugh. Remember, like, when a musical number started and we were, like, towards the end of the movie, and we were just like...
Like, literally, both of us in the same instance put, like this, both of us at the same time, and it just goes on forever, man.
Just exhausting.
Like, you just fucking just not.
Like, you've done this the entire movie. Like, we know what... It was... I don't know. I don't have the correct term. I don't think there's a term in this language for how I felt when I left it.
Oh, there is. It's still flaccid. It's still like, I'm not excited. It's like it's a really small balloon filled with too much air, and at the end you just like winded like that. It just doesn't. I'm just stretched out and bored. Great. Yeah. Let's do it.
We're going to the movies again tomorrow.
Yeah, we are. We're going to see Saturday Night. I'm pretty actually excited about that.
I watch Saturday Night Live every episode, no matter what. Even if they're bad. I think it's been like my routine since I was like really, really young. And it's just like one that I've kept up.
I'm excited about it. It's going to be fun.
I am too.
Great. Well, yeah. My name is Jared.
And I'm Ash.
And we're going to the movies tomorrow too. See more movies.
I'm sure they'll get better.